Alright, my name is Brittany, and I'm presenting over music and well-being. Most people find that music is relaxing, soothing, and enjoyable. It can also help cancer patients with their disease, side effects of the treatment, and music can improve anxiety, pain, mood, quality of life, heart rate, respiratory rate, and blood pressure. And it can also affect people's moods positively or negatively, as well as enhancing concentration. Listening to a song can have real effect on various parts of the brain, such as the corpus callosum, the motor cortex, prefrontal cortex, the nucleus, the amygdala, sensory cortex, auditory cortex, and hippocampus. And there's a visual aid on there to show you which part's which. Dr. Victoria Williamson says there's a very wide range of reactions in the body and mind to music. And brain imaging studies have shown that various parts of the brain may be activated by a piece of music. Like I said earlier, with helping cancer patients and stuff, the hippocampus part of your brain helps people with like Alzheimer's, and when they play like different kinds of musics, it helps them remember memories that go along with like the music that's being played and whatnot. Everyone reacts to music in different ways. One may be happy listening to like heavy metal kind of music, or somebody else is happy listening to Mozart. Studies have shown that listening to your favorite music can reduce bad moods. And the brain is very complicated, and there are very many elements involved in feeling of pleasure. But its uprising research suggests that dopamine is released and is linked with feelings of pleasure induced by music. Music can even be able to help you concentrate by helping the brain cortex to generate specific brain waves. We can induce different states of alertness depending on what we do. Upbeat music can also help you energize your body and strengthen your endurance and potentially make you run faster or work harder. Finding upbeat songs that match the tempo of your strides when you're running will have a metronomic effect on your body. There's two different distinct ways of music, either as a means of communication and self-expression, or for its inherent restorative or healing qualities. Music can have an effective and positive treatment for people dealing with mental health conditions and stuff. Like they have studies that they do music therapy and take guitars and stuff and sing to cancer patients and teach them how to play different instruments to help relieve the pain and stuff. Music can actually have a significant impact on patients with long-term illness, like I said. And it's incredibly useful for somebody who's in a situation where they have lost a lot of control from like external environments or whatnot. And it can improve visual attention. For example, like stroke patients improve visual attention while listening to classical music. And another example of music and well-being with athletic stuff is in 2012, studies showed that cyclists who listened to music required 7% less oxygen to do the same as those that were not listening to any kind of music. And then there's two charts that show like different tempos and whatnot to different kind of music, and then the running and walking BPMs. And then I have a video on how music affects your brain.
Makes you cry, it is because it is literally changing your brain chemistry. Anthony here for D-News, and our relationship with music might be deeper than you think. Research has shown that brain waves will resonate with the beat of music, and that makes your breathing and your heartbeat actually try to match the beat of the song. Now, humans and songbirds are the only two kinds of animals on Earth that this happens to, which means on some fundamental level, we are wired to respond to music. Now, this works in a lot of weird ways. It's been shown that listening to pleasant music boosts your serotonin, which is the brain chemical responsible for good feelings and regular bowel movements. So, double score. Processing music is one of the few regular daily activities that we participate in that involve both hemispheres of the brain. You know, everybody usually has a dominant hemisphere, you know, that whole left brain, right brain thinker theory, but people who study music tend to use both hemispheres of their brain more, making them better at lateral thinking and creative problem solving. Listening to music also engages your hippocampus. Now that's the bit of your brain that handles long-term memory storage, and that's why listening to old songs sometimes brings back memories that you've forgotten. Even somebody with Alzheimer's and dementia can have recovered memories through listening to music. Now, before you run off to tell everyone about the magical powers of your favorite Taylor Swift song, you should know that there are downsides to this connection too. For instance, have you ever made a dumb decision at a nightclub? Anyone? Maybe in terms of making new friends. You know, listening to sounds at volumes over 95 decibels can actually reduce your mental and physical reaction times by 20%. And club music usually plays at about 120 decibels. Louder music actually tends to increase alcohol sales in bars too. So really, it wasn't your fault. Everything was stacked against you. You know, what's crazy is this stuff is all happening at a physical level. It's affecting our actual brain chemistry and body functions. But we don't know why exactly. Music therapy is a field of study that's popped up recently to research and document these connections, and a ton of others, including music as a painkiller and as a possible way to kick addiction. Some of it seems a little spacey, flaky, maybe, but you can't deny that the connection is there. What's the biggest way that music's helped you in your life? Let me know down below and subscribe for more deep.
Okay, and I also have a Bible verse, which is Ephesians 5:19. It says, addressing one another in psalm and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody to the Lord with your heart. Any questions?
What's your favorite kind of music?
Country.
Did you see anything in there about country music?
Actually, no, I really didn't. There were very slim. It was usually like classical music to like the hard rock kind of thing, like one extreme to another. There wasn't really any in-betweens.
Okay, so take a minute and write down one thing you got from today's presentation for your personal life and one thing for your professional life. Not from each person, just one thing from one of them.
Are we turning them in?
Yes, you're turning them in.
Do I have to do it?
And then are we done after that?
Yeah, let's swap papers.
Kimberly.
Anybody recognize this?
That's mine.
I gave credit. I just want to make sure you got the right one. Ricky Bowman.
Did you say that to him?
Shelby. Sarah.
You present Thursday, right?
Bethany. Kelsey. Jordan. Brendan. Courtney. Kim. Allison Edwards. Already walked out of there.
I don't want to be the only one buying a ticket.
Courtney. Ryan. Libby. Sarah. Seth. Don't know who. Daniela. Name.
Work on it or get it? Oh.
Hillary.
What did you say?
Lauren.
Okay. I may be, for Gina, they were like ally thing, so I'll just make sure that she
Yeah.
will like be there.
A dog. That's what Libby was making a giraffe. A
Emily Posey trying to help.
Oh, me? Oh, no. Positive? No. I don't think so.
I didn't do a presentation here yet.
Oh, that must be mine.
We were rolling it.
Oh, that is mine.
Here. Good
Wow.
Lord. Where, get that amen article for her right away. Here you go. Roberto.
Would
Yes,
you
sir.
let us?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want these? I don't.
Bo.
Everybody's asking you.
Bo.
Right here.
Well, Emma didn't tell me.
Courtney.
I didn't know either. She was like,
Daisha. Brittany. Brittany. Madison. Madison's
Probably not even gonna be.
probably not even one there. You just give up.
I'm about to.
Madison. Class, Madison. Oh, there's two of them. All right, I think that's it, guys. Unless they're laying here.
Okay, here's what I told them to do. I wrote it down here tomorrow.
Here, take that.
Oh, man, I wanted you to take that.
Oh, I can.
It's alright.
Here's the different class,
Okay, put that over there, so I gotta stack these back up.
and this is, I forgot to give this to you earlier, but.
Sure you
the
did.
presentation.
Okay.
So I printed it
Oh,
out.
okay, thank you.
No, it's on my name. See you later.
Bye. I wonder if I shut that off. No, I didn't.